This Civic Media podcast is sponsored by UW Organ and Tissue Donation. Organ donations are desperately needed, and now is the right time to become an organ donor. Talk to your family. Get the dot. Save lives. Go to heroicdeed.com.
Civic Media News. I'm Terry Bell. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Vice President Kamala Harris returns to Wisconsin today. She'll make an appearance with former Congresswoman Liz Cheney in Waukesha County. That's where Republican running mate J.D. Vance campaigned last night. In-person early voting starts in Wisconsin tomorrow.
We want people to vote in every single way that they can. We want every vote to count. Get out there and vote. Vote by mail, vote absentee, vote early, vote on Election Day.
Democratic running mate Tim Walz and former President Barack Obama will be in Wisconsin tomorrow. U.S. Senate candidate Eric Hovde wants incumbent Tammy Baldwin to disclose more about her partner's investments and business dealings.
They don't disclose those investments and how much they're profiting from it.
Maria Brisbane is one of the nation's top wealth advisors. Baldwin says Hovde should stay out of her personal life.
And I think I speak for most Wisconsin women that he should stay out of all of our personal lives.
The two debated Friday night. The race is tight and the outcome could tip control of the entire U.S. Senate. The Green Bay Packers and the city of Green Bay can't agree on a new lease for Lambeau Field. The issue is who will pay for about $1.5 billion worth of repairs and renovations. The city wants the team to pay more, while the team wants the city and the stadium district to help. A U.S. Supreme Court ruling last week means the EPA can move forward with new federal carbon pollution standards for power plants. Ashley Rudzinski is with the Great Lakes Business Network. She says severe climate events are bad for the U.S. economy.
So we need climate action now to ensure that our economy can be planned, can move forward in a way that's good for business, that's good for communities, that's good for our families.
Power companies had asked the High Court for a pause on work toward tougher standards. Jolly Good Soda is officially the coolest thing made in Wisconsin. The Cryer Foods soft drinks made in Random Lake is the winner of the Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce's annual contest. Jolly Good's been around since 1966 and was rebooted in 2013 as a craft soda brand. I'm Terry Bell, Civic Media News. Here's what you need to know closer to home.
For WRCE News, I'm Joanne Krulotz. High winds paired with drought conditions have taken over the state recently, putting our area in a high fire danger. This means that even a spark from your lawnmower or machinery can start a fire. The Iowa County Communications Center received 4 fire calls yesterday afternoon between 1:50 and 3:50. The first was a tractor and baler on fire in the township of Pulaski. The second, at 2:40, was an unattended brush fire in the township of Waldwick. At 3:20, the Iowa Communications Center received a report of a farm equipment and field on fire in the township of Ridgeway. The final call came at 3:50. It was a report from an alarm company of a fire alarm activation in a home in the township of Dodgeville. The National Weather Service reports that continued dry conditions, low humidities, and unseasonably warm temperatures will be conducive for quick starting fires today. Winds are expected to remain below critical levels. Exercise caution with any outdoor burning. The Riverdale one-act When Bad Things Happen to Good Actors advance from the District 10 Festival held at the Reedsburg PAC on Saturday. The cast and crew performed for House of Parents, grandparents, and high school actors and directors from Reedsburg and Barneveld. This comedy is the story of a high school theater troupe putting on a one-act non-musical version of The Wizard of Oz. The trouble is, their director has not been active or present at any of the rehearsals. Members of the cast and crew include Abe Schneider, Adrian Rush, Alex Schneider, Archer Imhoff, Ben Bremer, Braley Bedward, Delaney Imhoff, Ezra Noble, Hayden Wolf, Candice McGraw, Mavana Zarbuck, Nora Wolf, Sienna Deglow, Vivian Benedict, Brandon Meese, Destiny Bonds, and Electra Justham. The group will perform next in competition at Waniwak High School on Saturday, November 9th at a yet-to-be-determined time. The play is directed by Catherine Benedict and Chris Simonson. Passages will be holding an annual event Tuesday at Crosscut Park in Richland Center. The event, Bev's Walk, Believing Every Victim, is held in memory of Beverly Burns, who did so much to help others. The event is important, especially for Passages, which helps victims of abuse in Richland, Vernon, and Crawford counties. The event will get underway at 5 and will last until 7:30. In addition to the walk, there will be food vendors, guest speakers, other activities, and music. Jessica Brown is the program manager for Passages.
We're going to have the Pink Whiskey Band. They're based out of Prairie du Chien. They are donating their time for us to come play, and we'll also have face painting for the kids as well. I have a few ladies that have volunteered their time to come and do the face painting. It'll be a great event.
The walk will take place on the Rotary Light Path in the park. All proceeds will support the Grateful Scholarship in memory of Bev Burns. More information about the event and Passages can be found at passagesrc.org. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources joins the nation in celebrating Forest Products Week through Saturday. The week recognizes the people who work in and care for our forest, the industry workers who make the forest products we depend on, and the many ways forest products contribute to Wisconsin's economy and quality of life. Wisconsin's forest products industry contributes $37.8 billion in total economic value to the state and ranks second nationally for production value. The industry also ranks sixth nationally in generating forestry employment, with more than 123,000 jobs in the state. Forest Products Week recognizes the industry workers who harvest, transport, and transform logs into valuable products, and the woodland owners and professional foresters who care for the 17 million acres of forest in Wisconsin to ensure that they provide raw forest materials while also offering recreational opportunities and ecosystem services. And that's what you need to know. I'm Joanne Krulotz.
The Packers win a thriller. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Packers with a 24-22 win over the Houston Texans Sunday, thanks to a 45-yard field goal by their new kicker, 33-year-old Brandon McManus.
It's exciting. What a week. Great group of guys. I'm the oldest on the team by 2 years, so some of them are trying to call me uncle and dad already. But no, super excited to be here. What a way to help this team win my first game here at Lambeau Field.
Packers head coach Matt LaFleur.
He's a vet. You can see it. The moment's not too big for him, and obviously that was a big time kick.
Green Bay improves to 5-2. Next, they'll play the Jaguars in Jacksonville. College football, the Badgers able to strip sack Wildcats quarterback Jake Lausch on the way to a 23-3 win at Northwestern. Luke Fickell on his team able to convert turnovers into points.
That's the key element to what we're starting to see from this group, is we're able to take advantage of some of these opportunities that are presented to us.
The Badgers host Penn State on Saturday. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Sure, Mel Gibson has his quirks and comes across as a bit crazy at times. Many people seem to have written him off, but not actor Andrew Garfield, who says everyone deserves a second chance. The Spider-Man actor told People magazine Gibson has done a lot of soul-searching and beautiful healing within himself. Many think the actor hurt his career in Hollywood since a DUI in 2006, during which he made anti-Semitic remarks. He directed Garfield in Hacksaw Ridge as recently as 2016, so it's not like he's completely unemployed. Speaking of Spider-Man, Tom Holland teased a script for Spider-Man 4 and says it's coming along nicely. He and girlfriend co-star Zendaya have both read early drafts and are very excited about the project, which is still a long way from being in theaters. So people will have to try even harder to remember Holland's Peter Parker after the previous film's ending. Inside joke. In This Makes a Ton of Sense news, Variety reports that Al Pacino says he took roles in movies that he didn't even understand because he was flat broke. Pacino says one minute he had $50 million and the next minute he had nothing, thanks to his accountant who stole from him and ended up spending 7.5 years in jail. Pacino went back to work, but not for the money he made when he was younger. This makes a lot of sense, as the actor did a lot of not-so-memorable films post-2010. His new memoir, Sonny Boy, is available for purchase this week. If you like musicals, you'll love this. Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson are set to play a couple who is part of a Neil Diamond tribute band. Variety reports Song Sung Blue is in the early stages of production. The cast also includes Fisher Stevens, Jim Belushi, and Michael Imperioli. The show is based on a real-life couple who are struggling musicians and formed said tribute band in 2008, calling it Lightning and Thunder. Who else thinks this sounds like an absolute blast? The Apprentice, starring Sebastian Stan, has caused some controversy and generated the ire of Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. Trump and his team tried to prevent the film from coming out altogether. Stan says that's hypocritical, as the candidate has been touting free speech. The Apprentice follows Trump in the early days of his business ventures. The film received good reviews and is currently in theaters. Remember when we used to order DVDs from Netflix through the mail, and there were times the company was struggling to survive? Those days are long gone. Netflix added 5 million users in the third quarter of this year
alone. The company is projecting its earnings to be $43 billion in 2025. That's a growth of 11 to 13%, according to Variety, and about $5 million more than last year. The streaming platform now has 282 million users. This must mean lower prices for subscribers, right? Hello? Is this mic on? For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
It is going to be another warm one today. Mostly sunny, up to 82 for a high this afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy in the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a bit cooler in the mid-70s. By Wednesday, it'll be a whole lot cooler with sunshine and a high in the 50s. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Right now, it's 45.
The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.